Everybody. Alright guys, it's time for me to play Sonic and the Secret Rings for the Nintendo Wii. Gee golly.
Okay.
Make believe for porn, Justin. It's time for me. I'm doing great.
This is your world.
I got some ramen. I took a picture of it because it looked so good. And then I posted that picture on the internet.
Alright.
How are you doing on this fine, lazy Sunday?
I'm happy to have tomorrow off work.
That's me too. You ever just think you need to waggle?
You tended to avoid waggling while I was on road.
Oh God! Would it be very funny if I did this on my first try? I'm less tired.
If you do it on your first try, are you gonna get something else?
I'm gonna play Tomb Raider.
Alright, great. I'm glad.
Waggle, 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 waggle! Help! Please help! Give me your energy! People of Earth, give me your energy! Hello, Yeet Boy 6464. Welcome to the video game I was going to finish last night, but then didn't because I was tired and my arms were starting to hurt. Violently shaking the Wii remote.
Wait, is that it?
Is that it? Fuck off, video game. Did I?
Your tale is finished, Eraser. Next time, try writing a better story.
Well. Okay, we'll beat the game in 5 minutes. It's good that I have other things
Lined up.
other things. Maybe I should stream during the day more often. Well, I did it. I beat the video game.
I shall not be defeated. If you defeat me, I will simply return again and again. I am immortal. I cannot be vanquished. That can't be. That's the...
I want you to hold on to this.
To go back to the way you were. The genie of the lamp is supposed to grant 3 wishes. Am I right?
I will never grant any wish from the likes of you.
My first wish. Bring Shara back
how's
to
the
life.
Sonic?
I just beat Sonic.
Huh?
I beat Sonic. Literally the first try I beat the boss.
That's the arbitrary water curse, huh?
That's the curse of I spent roughly 45 minutes to an hour on that last boss, and I had to stop because my arms hurt.
This is no longer a Sonic stream.
My second wish. Return the
When
Arabian
was this?
Nights to
This
the way
is the
they
last
were,
game.
so that the
For the
world would
moment,
have
it's
its
a Sonic
stories
stream.
again.
Yeah, this was the last game that you're donating.
Yep, this is the last contractually obligated Sonic game.
Huh. I've done it too, man.
I mean, we've all had games where we just we spend like 2 hours trying to do something, and then the next day we try and we do it the second time.
Listen, you're loud.
My, does this mic suck? How about now?
Now you're fine.
Maybe I just needed to sleep on it.
Shara, I know you're there. Please stop him.
It sounds like
We
cowardice.
can start over.
Just a
The
real
2
quick
of
question.
us.
What's the weather
I
like in
swear.
Charlotte right about now?
Swear it. The world is mine. I cannot be
'cause I wanna watch some
denied by
NASCAR
that
tonight.
filthy rat.
It's not supposed to start raining until, but it is very cloudy.
I told
Okay,
you,
cool.
I'm not a rat. I'm a hedgehog.
Unfortunately, it was raining and a disaster at the Indianapolis 500.
Oh,
Shara,
what a shame.
When is this?
will you grant me one more wish?
My phone says it's not supposed to start raining until 2 a.m.
I wish for a mountain
So
of
Great.
if it's
handkerchiefs.
happening
So-
tonight, you'll be fine.
Yeah, it's the Coca-Cola 600.
Now, just let yourself cry.
What?
As much as you
Let
need
yourself
to.
cry.
You'll have plenty of
You're
time
allowed.
to
Women are
get
weak
through
and
it.
require handkerchiefs.
What?
Anyway, we did it. They spent money on this cutscene, and now we beat the game and get to see credits again.
What if... Okay. Hear me out, Brayden.
Yeah.
You kept playing Sonic, but you played a good Sonic game.
I already played Shadow Generations.
I was about to say. He's already done that.
I
So, are you gonna play something else next?
mean, yeah, we
Like
could.
another Sonic game. Are you gonna play another Sonic game next month?
No.
No, this is it.
No.
The donations only got up to here.
I only.
Sonic Colors?
We were like $12 short of me having to play
Black Knight, right?
Sonic and the Black Knight, which is good because now I don't have to buy that game. All right. We could play.
Did you finish Tomb Raider 2?
I have not finished Tomb Raider 2. I'm on the second to last level of Tomb Raider 2.
Well, boot that shit up, man.
Knock out 2 of them in one stream.
That's right.
Oh, god damn it.
What
Just-
non-donation Sonic do you even own? Buddy, I own several. I have Sonic Forces. I have Sonic Frontiers. I
You
have
have Sonic the Hedgehog?
Sonic 3D Blast, probably. I own Jeff Rude's Dreamcast, so I could play Sonic Shuffle.
Oh boy, Sonic Shuffle, a game.
How many Genesis collections do I own? I just the one on Steam.
That you can no longer take advantage of.
Well, I still own it, so I can take advantage of it as much as I want.
How's it feel to be done with this?
Oh, it's great. It's going to be a real shame when I have to do it again.
Ranking of Sonic games that you played for this.
So, here's the thing. I still have a lot of fondness for, Sonic Adventure 1 and 2.
So, Sonic Adventure... Okay, then you have to settle the debate for you.
2
1 or
is
2.
better. That's not even a debate.
So you've got 2, 1, and then what did you play after Adventure?
Heroes. Sonic Heroes is
Okay,
trash,
so
dude.
First. Then what did you play after Heroes?
What did I played the Shadow Reloaded mod, which makes that game better. It's still that game, but you know.
So it sounds like it's 2, 1, Shadow, Heroes.
Yeah.
And this, or is it this and then Heroes? Unsure.
Yeah, Sonic Heroes I had to beat 4 times. Alright, it's time to Tomb Raider. But yeah, I'm gonna say this game's pretty bad. The Sonic and the Secret Rings. Not a fan. Did not care for it. Now ranking of Crush 40 songs. I mean, obviously Live and Learn is at the top. Hold on, I got it.
Then next? Oh, wait.
We gotta see the epilogue.
I think it's just a run into the next game.
What?
Uh-huh.
He had adventures, but those are stories for another time? Were they going to make another one?
No, this was supposed to be a sub-franchise,
Okay.
like the Sonic Tales. Like, so,
I mean,
okay.
yeah, they did this in Black Knight.
What story are they going to interpret now?
More credits?
Uh-huh.
Anyway. Yeah, I think, I Am All of Me, obviously, it's got the edge, it's got the cheese. I think for as much as they keep replaying that song over and over again, I think Seven Rings in Hand, actually kind of a banger, has a very good, I like the chorus. You know, and obviously, Open Your Heart is also perfect 90s cheese. But Sonic Heroes fucking sucks. Some of the individual team themes in Sonic Heroes are at least, like, really funny. So I will give it that. But,
Sonic Heroes, are you telling me that
Sonic
Heroes?
Heroes! Yeah, no. If we want to do ranking of Crush 40 songs, I think, I think His World ain't bad. If we're talking about the Sonic 06 theme. In his world. Da-na-na-na-na, in his world. You know, there's pretty good stuff there. Okay.
Like,
yeah,
okay.
You're right. It does sound like a little bit too much like Christian rock.
I'll say this: that Sonic Heroes theme might provide the biggest delta between the quality of the theme song and music to the game itself. The music is fine.
Oh, Borgmaster, you missed me beating Sonic and the Secret Rings within 5 minutes. Because I literally beat the final boss on my first try. Because God is hateful.
Which you have done. You've had this happen to
I've
you
had this
before.
happen multiple times. Where I will angrily pound my head against a
boss,
sequence or a
encounter.
boss. And then...
And you try it again the next day, and you get it on the first try.
Yeah. And that happened again.
I recall that happening to Brad Shoemaker a lot.
Yeah.
It's like, Brad, you're clearly tired. Stop playing this Demon Souls. You
All right, we gotta...
do better next time.
I think we have to go this way.
But yeah, this has happened to him before, which is why...
Oh, we're gonna learn about Aladdin and the Magic Lamp. Oh, it's called Sonic and the Secret Rings. They changed... Sonic is whitewashing the Arabian Nights. That's all.
Now, and now Laura Croft needs to find the relics.
And
of
now
that
Laura
event,
Croft
right?
needs to steal artifacts from the Chinese.
Sonic.
Yeah, when I sleep on it, the brain rewires to do the thing. It's true.
Now, I've also had that happen. It's like, okay, this is a horrible boss fight that I thought would be fucking the worst, and now I beat it.
Alright, how am I going to jump? I have to remember how to play Tomb Raider now. I'm like, why can't I just waggle? What?
You're not putting your arms up hard enough. Also, Borg, I don't know if you saw this, but the Indianapolis 500 was a fucking disaster. It's still going, but it's a fucking mess.
Do I need to do something with this trap door?
So Monaco fucking sucked. Indy 500 fucking sucked.
I don't think I can go back.
NASCAR's our only hope for some good-ass racing today. Which,
NASCAR, you say?
Which isn't out of the question because, you know, the Coca-Cola 600 is kind of cool.
Coca-Cola 600? I'm not murdering this woman. I'm just figuring out how to progress in this video game. Listen, motherfucker, in 6 years, when you are playing Tomb Raider for your fun little 5th generation games...
He's only got to play the first 30 minutes of it, though.
Yeah.
What if he did like a Mento thing where he played it for an hour?
I don't know where that guy came from.
Is a jade.
The statue turned into a guy, and then the guy attacked me. How do I make the other statue trigger? Because maybe I need to do that.
What have you played with more skill? Shut the fuck up, motherfucker. That's what you would normally say.
Yeah, I'd say shut the fuck up, motherfucker. You're like, skill
Eat shit.
Eat shit. Yeah. I think Relkin pointed it out, is I tell you to fuck off and I tell him to eat shit. And I don't know what that
That's
says.
a good question. That's a good question. Like, who gets on your nerves more, Borg or me? It depends if I'm eating, because that really does piss you off.
Mastication, not a good noise. Neither is the other masked word.
Nom 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 nom.
Anyone have any fun plans for Memorial Day weekend?
Sleep.
And
then
I hang out with my brother and 2 dogs, both of whom get way more needy when my folks are gone.
And because I have to fucking see what this bullshit is that I told you about, the Lunar Dragon song is delayed till tomorrow.
Yeah, that's fine.
Rio said they wanted to see it, and I booted it up, and Jesus fucking Christ, Brayden.
Yes. I think Rio should be allowed to watch whatever horrible thing you have planned.
It's that Maya game. I got it to work.
Yeah, I bet the makers of Wrath of the Gods probably going to do a really culturally sensitive.
There's Man Ass. Because they decided to dress the people up with historically correct, I'm putting that in air quotes, Maya and Aztec garb.
Angry Aztec is the second level of Donkey Kong 64.
Yes.
It's
Justin,
kind of it's where
joke.
that game's bloat really comes into perspective. Every game released before GameFAQs was designed to make you buy strategy guides. No, it's because you owned.
Okay, so go ahead. Say your.
It's because you got 2 games a year, and so games were meant to last longer. Like I genuinely think. Yeah. Also, games used to come with manuals. Also, kids just had more patience. Alright, I don't think I can drop down there.
It seems like some ledges you can drop down and grab.
Yeah, I think it's specifically designed so that it is slightly too long for me to grab. Oh, it's this fucker. Fine, I still got plenty of M16 ammo. See, that's pretty funny. Alright, yeah, so... Can I make that jump? Let's find out. Like, I think large digital libraries and constant Steam sales and Alright, I need some sort of fucking key. Oh wait, no, I have one of them. And like rental, yeah, but yeah, I think like big digital libraries have ruined that, and the internet have made the way people play games a different proposition than it used to be. You weren't supposed to figure out Tower of Drug on your own? Yeah, you were supposed to figure it out by looking at Famitsu. Yeah, also kids used to go outside and talk to other children. And that's how I learned that if you beat Master Hand in 20 seconds, you get Blastoise. And I'm still waiting. I'm still waiting. Waiting for Blastoise. Hey, to be fair, Zelda 1 came with a map. The Legend of Zelda came with a map. That game specifically, I will defend, because they told you where the dungeons were. There we go. I Tomb Raidered. Yeah, also Zelda 1's a good video game. A little rough. A little hard. But have either of you ever beaten Zelda 1?
Yes.
I've never actually played it.
You're hot again.
Damn.
You're blown out. You were perfect like the last time you talked. Now you're super blown out. Am I, or is that just me, Braden? Okay, now you're good again.
No, that's not you. That's fucking. This is Mike.
So, anyways, no, yes. Now, have I beaten Zelda 1 without a guide? No.
No.
I'll just completely cop out and admit that I've
whatever.
never played it without
There's
a guide.
no such thing as cheating in a single-player game. Yeah, East 1 is good, but that game has some bullcrap. Oh yeah, no, there's some shit in East 1 and 2 that is some real, like, the only reason this game, you know, they something Sorcerian, something.
Okay, so specifically Ys, Dark Fact is one of the most fucked things that entire franchise has ever fucking done. It's like a rite of passage, I guess. But I remember playing that game after you and Jeff kept saying, yeah, we should play Ys Origins or Ys 1. That would be a great game. And yeah. I did. And then I got to the Dark Fact boss.
Yeah, no, it's really hard, and
it's bullshit. Just all those projectiles and just a bunch of nonsense that you can't even, like, dodge. Like, you're just gonna have to eat it. Like, fuck that. And then, like, platforms disappear and then you fall in holes and just die that way. Fuck that.
I know, I still beat it.
Yeah, I mean, it's still beatable, but that boss in particular is fucked.
Yep. It is.
Also, technically, the only Ys game we've played for Off the Deep End is 3, and that's fun.
Yes, is the original version of Ys 3. And as a joke, we played it on...
Kuso.
We played every single platform. We played multiple different console versions of it.
Good music regardless.
Yeah, turns out Yuzo Koshiro can do music regardless of sound chip.
See, I feel like that this neon bullshit and these dark backgrounds are highlighting like some of the perception or depth of field issues with the original game, where it feels like you should be able to grab that ledge, but the fact that it's just immediate death like that, it feels like it's kind of hard to perceive.
You grabbed that ledge before.
Yeah, no, it's some of these ledges are just require very precise jumps.
But I'm just saying that it's just This is like the worst of the classic Tomb Raiders, in a nutshell.
East 3 isn't Koshiro. Still a banger. Was he only East 1 and 2?
I'm gonna check that. I think. Oh yeah, you're right. Maiko Ishikawa. I think we did actually say that it was a fucking.
We might have
music
actually said
hero.
it was on our podcast
shit.
14 years ago.
Oh God! Don't hold us accountable for our words or actions.
Hello, Your Honor, please do not hold anything I say into a microphone in a court of law. Falcom and screwing over composers? That isn't something that's happened again. Just ask Falcom Sound Team. Yeah, Falcom and letting exceptional talents leave because they're like weirdly old school. In that sense. I just think whenever I see something that Yuzo Koshiro has done like in modern times, and it's just like he's living his best life, man. He's just like, yeah, I want to make another Etrian Odyssey soundtrack, but they won't let me.
Well, he did say for that remastered team, it's like, yeah, they asked if I would give them their blessing, and I did, and I even sent them my masters.
Yeah.
Which I didn't give them the first
time. And yeah, he's fluent in English, and he remember how he is. Once again, he is canonically friends with Kurone Inugami.
Uh-huh.
I'm not friends with Kurone Inugami.
Well, I mean,
he arranged, like, he did one of her pre-stream music themes. And also he arranged her cover of the Fire Emblem theme. Which, by the way, Kurone sang a cover of the Fire Emblem theme.
Yuzo Koshiro likes Kurone. Hideo Kojima likes Pekora. It's okay.
Yeah,
mainstream
and
Japanese
which one
game
is,
developers.
Yeah.
Like VTubers.
Yeah. But also...
When do you think that we're going to get, like, someone from the mainstream mention a Hollow EN girl? Like that.
Jeff Keighley met Yagu.
But like, when do you think that we will see someone like a sports athlete say, "Yo, I like my Cali," like something like that?
I'm surprised it hasn't already happened. I'm surprised there is no, because, you know, at this point, so many athletes are just unapologetic weeb-ass weebs.
Sure.
Sure. Like the number of people who are either wrestlers or athletes that have come out with like
just like I love Naruto
or like Super Saiyans. Like, oh my god, the number of NFL players with like Naruto headbands.
Yeah.
Borgmaster's in chat. He knows what I'm talking about. Like NFL players with that will go to interviews with like Naruto headbands.
Yeah.
Also, Pete sent me a message, a DM. Totally down with Monday. Still no idea in terms of what time you wanted for that.
I'm free whenever.
Oh yeah,
I showed my brother the first episode of Fooly Cooly, and he was confused.
Yeah, I mean, is that's not going to be our entire episode because
I'll say this:
that-
rewatching the show, I think I don't think I realized how much of how much Fooly Cooly is about sex.
Mm-hmm.
Like because the horn is like a boner, and it's generally about adolescence and growing up and whatever and coming of age, whatever. Bildungsroman, which is one of my favorite dumb literary terms. But yeah, man.
The fact that they went from Haruko though to fucking Hidomi in season 2, like the fucking nihilistic 14-year-old protagonist of Progressive, is just the biggest, like, what the fuck thing.
Oh, and don't forget the lady, like the lady with the glasses who's like Haruko's foil in Progressive. Who's just like
a complete misreading of why people liked Fooly Cooly, which is as crazy and wacky as the visuals get. At least that fucking show is upbeat.
Yeah.
And kind of like positive.
Fooly, I don't know. I remember thinking alternative had ideas, quote unquote, because it's about like, hey man, sometimes your friends just move on without you, and you need to be okay with that. Whereas Progressive is literally just the first. It's just Fooly Cooly again, but the character's a girl, but they don't do anything with that.
Yeah.
They do not do any, like, they don't really... It's no Oh Maidens in Your Savage Season is all I'm saying. Did you ever watch that?
No.
Okay. I liked that show.
Okay.
It's because it's about, it's about a bunch of high school girls who start a book club, who are in a book club, and somehow keep ending up in situations where they learn about sex.
Mm-hmm.
Because they're all awkward dorks. It's got a high cringe factor, I will say, for those interested. Like, they're... Like, full-on, the main character and, her childhood friend, who is a boy. And, it's like, maybe I like him. I don't know. But, she's like, oh, he's just an innocent guy. And then she comes into his room while he's jerking it. And it's very awkward for both of them.
Alright, so I came here in the middle of this story, and that's...
I'm talking about the anime Oh Maiden in Your Savage Season.
I mean...
I liked that show.
Okay. I'll give it a try.
But anyway, my point is... That is an anime that, like, directly tackles female sexuality.
Okay.
In a way that Fooly Cooly Progressive does not.
Yeah. I mean, there's like
sexuality, I want to. I'm just going to test something here, real fast.
Okay. Make believe reborn.
There's man ass.
Okay, so y'all hear that? That comes through.
There's man ass. Booty. There's man ass.
Okay, so that works. Good.
You fucking asshole.
You piece of shit.
I love you so much. I love you so much.
Gino's just...
Okay.
Gino just looks at the soundboard and goes, why is this here?
Because I said it, that's why. Anyways, like, there's the whole point of, like, how, like the commander lost Haruko because he wasn't enough of a man, and then later we find out his magical ability is very small and weak, which, look, is a penis metaphor. Like,
yes.
it's a penis metaphor.
Yeah.
Yeah, but like the tone for progressive just is wrong, and it's not like
it feels off.
It really doesn't get better with alternative. I did hear okay. Alternative gets it a little bit better.
What are the CG seasons called?
Grunge is one, and then shoegaze.
Okay. And then the Pillows immediately broke up after those happened.
So the first CG one where Haruko's basically back, and they brought the core characters, but they did. That's the one with Studio IG, and also Adult Swim produced it. Remember with William Street? That's Grunge.
Okay.
That's season 4. And then Shoegaze is the one that they basically, I think they had to make without the Pillows. That's the 5th season.
Yeah, because when I think of, we made a new season of FLCL.
No, wait, I think it has Pillows, but that, like, if they want to make something, Shoegaze is 2 years ago, 2023. Yeah.
And I didn't fucking hear about it until.
Shoegaze is only 3 episodes, also. So.
Okay.
It seems like the series is basically kind of like coalesced around the idea of like, okay, let's drop this progressive like idea that we can actually extend this across a real seasonal show. Let's just stick with like the glorified OVA format of 3 episodes. Which progressive is only 6, and the same about alternative. But
I mean the original's only 6. Fundamentally,
it's cool to look at it. There's a little bit more meat on the bone than I think people sometimes characterize it as, but let's be honest.
It's a vibe show.
You're here for the vibes. You're here for the cool visuals and then the good music. And that's Fooly Cooly in a nutshell. Oh, you're going to fall in the
Okay, I think I'm going backwards. Or am I going forwards? I can't tell.
You died.
Okay, I can't grab that rope. Yeah, I think that's going backwards. I think I might have. Hear me out. I might have approached this in a way that I was not originally supposed to. That's my theory. But it's just a theory. A game theory.
Oh god, please don't do that joke. Braden, you can't.
Okay.
You can't do that joke. You can scare people.
Five Nights at Freddy's
actually is about critique of capitalism or some shit like that.
No, it turns out it's about nothing, and the guy who made it is a weird right-wing Christian.
Actually, that last part, least surprising part.
Yeah, because
someone who made like an edgelord streamer game might actually be an edgelord in real life.
Yeah.
Genuinely not surprising.
I'll put it this way.
Honestly,
Mr. Matt Pat, if I may be so bold as to call him that. He's why there are people who hate subtext and themes. I'm not gonna name any names, but we know some people who
I personally blame CinemaSins for that way more.
Oh, yeah, sure. But, like...
CinemaSins being like, haha, blah, 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 that is an error.
This woman
It
isn't
shouldn't
my
happen
girlfriend in the
real
movie.
life." And you remember that What's His Bucket, the guy would assess animated cartoons of like, they did this, therefore bad. And it's like, this takes place during the time of 9/11. Why is the character not talking about 9/11?
Why aren't they talking about 9/11?
Chalkboard. It's like, fucking what?
Why didn't they talk about 9/11 in the movie about the red panda?
Red panda, which is a metaphor for...
Once again, a metaphor for female sexuality. You're supposed to hold the button. Yeah, no, But yeah, you know, we know people who, both personally and
Look,
on the internet, who are very much just like, you just made that up. This wasn't directly presented to me in the text.
Not only that, I think that you and I have also... We're nitpickers at heart, to a degree. You and me.
Yeah, but I don't know.
I'm not a dick about it, though.
I have enough. Listen, if my post-secondary education has done anything for me, I feel like I'm pretty good at being able to formulate an argument and a thesis. Oh, Jesus. Sure, it hasn't helped me get a job, but I feel like I have a decent grasp of at least some level of being able to... Yeah, jobs aren't real. I mean, I know that. But also, I have been accused of being a highfalutin literary man who just quote unquote, maybe that was your interpretation, but I didn't get any of that. And
I can't believe that Billy's still gonna say me going up to the creator of fucking Talos Principle and that creator saying, tell him he's wrong?
Yeah.
And Billy's still like, I don't believe in authorial intent. And it's like, fucking what the fuck is your problem?
No, listen. The concept of death of the artist is one of those things that people love to fucking misinterpret. Oh, I see.
It's specifically the fact that he thinks that it's just a game about robots, not about God. That's the thing that gets me. It's like
the robot the robot, the god is called Elohim. Their creator is called Elohim. Yeah. On the other hand, ignoring authorial intent is how you get Fujos and shippers. It's true. Listen, as someone who, when I watched ReZero Season 1, was on Team Rem, that was the first time in my life I understood shippers. Because otherwise shippers to me, and I say this as an incredibly boring hetero man, I need to preface that. Because to me, shippers are people who are like, yes, I saw these two men speak. How entrancing. And that's not how I approach media, and I think it's fine if you do. But watching ReZero is the first time where I'm like, oh, now I see. I have misjudged you. I have misjudged your people. I too see a pairing and go, that would be perfect. Why wouldn't they do this? He says, I love Amelia? What the fuck is... He is wrong. Natsuki Subaru is wrong. Yes, I failed to understand their game. But, yeah. I'm not wrong. The author is.
It's a real hell of
the
a
text is wrong. I am right. And yeah, that's the first time I understood that. And then it's very funny how at the beginning of season 2 of ReZero, they put Rem in a forever coma. And obviously,
That's just a message of, shut the fuck up.
yeah, that feels like the author being like, oh, I'm sorry. You people thought these two were a cute couple?
That's just the author saying,
Fuck off. And then, you know, it helps that by season 2 they make Amelia a real character. And they kind of explain Subaru's fixation on her in a as like, oh, there might be something kind of fucked up going on. Who's to say? And then I stopped watching because when did season 2 of ReZero come out? 2021? Not a good time. For the level of torture porn that show has going on. But my point is, I understand. It is important to interact with perspectives that you may not agree with. However, there is a certain level of, I'm going to say, willful disregard for the actual text. And this is why and you know what? This is also probably why I majored in history instead of, oh, fuck this. Okay, I'm not supposed to be able to do this yet. The worst is when the author's writer room started acknowledging the shippers and giving a horrible Ouroboros of evil. Yes. Unironically. I'm happy for all the Supernatural fans out there. Living their lives with enjoying the two brothers and the various homosexual ships they float upon.
The Fujoshi are too powerful, dude.
The Fujoshi are powerful, and I must acknowledge and respect their power. To do otherwise would be folly and hubris. However, I think that's super fucking lame.
Yeah, it's...
I think...
What else is there to say?
I think ship baiting and queer baiting...
It's a culture that...
Yeah.
There's a commentary there that as a mostly straight man, I can't engage with.
Yeah.
In part because...
Yes, I also
I
understand
just
that a lot of
don't
ship
qualify.
culture is queer. And
Yeah,
that's not something I personally can speak to.
Like, taking a straight character and making them gay to fit your own, like, fantasy so as that you can better relate to them. Okay, that I'm not going to take that away from you.
And
Nonetheless,
I acknowledge your game, I acknowledge your power, and I think you are valid.
There is something to be said where when you take a gay character and make them straight, that feels immediately worse.
Oh, that's
and
icky.
bad. That's gross, right? I wonder why. Is my thing. I'm not even trying to like be
because you are
anti-gay
taking
here.
someone who
That's
it's like
already
whitewashing.
not representative in media, and then
turning them
making
and then taking that away from the character. Okay, what did I do? Oh, I see. I dropped it down there.
and then Braden, then we have to talk about the fan art community and gender swapping, because that's a fucking can of worms.
There's a lot to be said about that.
Yup.
Both from an angle of let's say there are many angles with what is it, Rule 63?
Yeah.
Which is if a character exists, there will be gender swapped fan art of them.
Yeah. There's certain controversies within that, like, what do you do with Bridget from Guilty Gear? Oh boy.
I don't want to... Hi, I'm a straight man. Twitch.tv/arbitrarywater. I'm a straight man. I don't want to acknowledge this. I don't know how to address this. Help.
This is where it's like, can you guest on our podcast when this comes up?
I need you. Please help.
Whatever I say, even if it comes from a point of earnestness, it's gonna be wrong, and it's just your.
Remember when Stephanie Meyer literally wrote a gender swap fanfic of her own book?
Yeah. Yeah, and it was so badly executed that everyone just called her out on
because
it.
she just took the original text and then like edited it.
Yeah, it was just literally do you remember like the whole issue with the was it the Vapors, that basically they made a second album and it was just basically the same songs but they just retooled them here and there?
Finally.
No, the Vapors are turning Japanese. No, it was the Mai Sharona people.
Yeah, I just think a lot about that, because it's like, yes, for Twilight's 10th anniversary, I'm gonna write my officially made gender swap fanfic. She did eventually put out Midnight Sun, right? The Edward prequel, or the Edward perspective book. I know I'm not asking the right people here. All my twihards. Okay, yeah, no, that is... How do I turn off the wall of fire? That's right. Adventure Time turned the gender swap shitpost into a spin-off. That's... You know, everything I've heard about where the later seasons of Adventure Time go...
I mean, the fact that they ended that show with basically so many characters literally dying and being mutilated is like, you know what? Fine, you did it. You ended.
I get it, Pendleton
You ended on your
Ward.
terms.
You have some feelings.
And you let it all come out. Like, fine.
And also, like, okay, and also very... Okay, Pendleton Ward left after season 4. How many seasons were there? And then I guess Princess Bubblegum ends up with Marceline because... You gotta put in... What?! There were 10 seasons?! Okay. I cannot do
That
that
show went
yet.
on for a while.
When that show started out,
I was
the kid playing Finn had not yet gone through puberty. John DiMaggio, however, always a talking stretchy dog.
person. It seems like he doesn't want to do Waka anymore, which maybe that's a
Fair.
good call on his part.
Hey, brother! Gotta talk about you, Yevon, yeah? The Albed are up to no good!
Raiden, are you doing a racism?
No, because Besaid isn't a real place.
Okay.
Kinda blackface? Yeah, you might say that. But whose fault is that? And why is it Hironobu Sakaguchi's? Alright, how do I turn off the wall of fire?
Hey!
Hello.
Halo 1, fuck yeah!
Congratulations to Halo 1.
Palo. He's a Spanish man. He had a... So this is gonna sound weird. What if I told you that there was a guy who's considered the best IndyCar racer in IndyCar, but despite being the best racer and now probably going to, like, repeat as the champion, he's never won an oval. That means he can't win the races that are just giant circles. But he's really good at all of the non-circle
So it's
races.
like Nadal and clay courts.
Except he's so good at the non-circle races that he still wins the season.
That dub is shockingly incompetent. I'll say this, watching Joku play some of FF10, one cannot overemphasize the amount of, let's say, early aughts anime dubbed charm. Because a lot of the people in that dub were established voice actors, even at the time. And boy, the direction in that thing. I think it's too late. I think unfortunately there's a level of endearing charm to, like, you know, that laughing scene, even though people willfully misinterpret it.
Have you seen the video of that voice actor explaining?
Yeah,
Like,
James
"Shut
Arnold
the fuck up,
Taylor,
guys."
aka
Like, you
Ratchet.
don't understand. But also him explaining, it's like, yo, do you understand how hard it was to voice record back in the day where
Yeah.
it's like, I gotta fucking change my voice to match Japanese lip movement, and they're not gonna edit that shit to make
No.
it any easier for me?
Nope. Alright. Game facts.
Like, that's the thing that I think
Yeah,
about,
the
which is-
ADR aspect. Like, there's a reason
the ADR
why...
aspect of that seems, like, absolutely fucked.
There is a reason why. Square Enix goes back and actually bothers to redo the lip flaps for the English dub of their games now. Like, since 13, I think. And, 16 was recorded in English first and foremost.
Yeah.
Okay. They redubbed Lunar and people like... once again, there is an endearing quality to that, that Silver Star Story dub. The new dub sounds pretty similar. Does it still have a Disney Princess-esque musical number? Alright, I'm going to read this paragraph. Alright. Exit the opening face left and go all the way right to the far wall to avoid the blade shooting down the middle of the fence. Face left, then do a standing jump / grab, pull up twice, face right, and pull out of the trench. Use the block to climb up again and head over to the fiery wall. Climb up on the wall to do a running swan dive through the trapdoor amidst the lava. Okay. But yeah, there's a reason, like, I do not watch a ton of anime dubs, just by virtue of, simulcasts or... Okay. Not in there. Okay, yeah, you are supposed to do that. Lunar 2 is modern voice actors purposely trying to do cheesy 90s voices. Oh, that's fun. Because, yeah, the like, modern anime dubs are usually pretty good these days. I watched some of that Delicious in Dungeon in English just to see, and it's not bad. Apparently you were supposed to do a running swan dive.
Yeah, like the thing that these early
That is
Tomb
a
Raider
very
games.
precise jump.
Yeah, so it's not necessarily the precision, it's like the combination of the sequence. So you need to have the running animation plus the swan dive animation all at once. And so it's almost kind of like a weirdly platformy version of a like fighting game combo system where you need to have like different inputs leading into the final input in order to like not die.
Yep. And I respect it, but also, this is the first time I've had to use the swan dive as, like, an actual platforming technique. And anime still really needs a dub to take off in the States. I think that's mostly true. I would like to actually... I know they'll never release the numbers. But I think the fact that Crunchyroll defaults to the dub now probably says something, right? Despite most of the people I know online very much being more subtitle first.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and I'll say it again. Konosuba in English.
Hey, they
Shockingly-
get those voice actors to say things that
Christina V saying the things she does
for Darkness.
for Darkness, and there's a special quality to the outrageous things you say when you can actually
She nailed the
comprehend what she's
character,
saying
I'll
instead
say
of
that.
reading them.
Yeah, she absolutely nails the character.
Yeah.
Yeah, but yeah, the fact that they get her to say just what should be the clumsiest, most awkward, most like brain-meltingly dumb lines that are just cringy, and she just
says
sells
it
them.
with absolute
commitment.
commitment. If your way forward game needs someone to sing a song, there are like 18 guys with knives. Yeah. I know, and I actually think the Fooly Cooly dub is good because it is...
I do.
Because I'm not Zeto, first off. It intentionally matches some of the intonation of the Japanese in ways that I think are very funny.
Yeah.
And yeah, I think I mean, there's a reason why that was the thing that Kari Waldron credits as being like, this is how I got my career started. Oh, fuck this!
This is the murder room. I remember this.
There. Okay. As a Latino,
thought-
everything's a dub. Going to listen. We all love Mexican Spanish Saint Seiya dubs.
Goku. Oh yeah, also Dragon Ball Z dubs in Spanish.
Yeah.
Not Dragon Ball, Dragon Ball Z.
I need to fall in such a way that I don't lose a third of my health. which, you know. There we go. Hey, they aired, yeah, they aired Dragon Ball after they'd done Z. Oh, fuck this. I'm out of Uzi ammo. Oh boy. Oh boy. This is gonna take a bit. I will say this, Tomb Raider 2, definitely a much longer game.
It feels like it has, though, a bit of that 3D platformer curse, which is you wanted to go bigger. Like, it's the Banjo-Tooie conundrum of you went bigger and more ambitious, and as a result, some of the levels are a lot more improved.
And some of them are way too complicated.
The increased scope is not to the benefit of the game. Yeah, it feels like people complained about the length of Tomb Raider 1, and they overcorrected in the absolute worst
Because, yeah, Tomb Raider
possible.
1 only took me 10, 12 hours a year.
I will tell you, the way that I went about this exact level was this exact corridor that you're looking at here, which is doing a perfect dark a la N64, which is get them into narrow corridors so as that you can just have them rush at you in a linear fashion. So clumping them up almost. Because I told Dan this when he was playing Perfect Dark. It's like, I know that there are optimal strategies, but also what if you just always brought the laptop and then put the turret at the end of the corridor and just led all of the AI down a corridor that the laptop turret just myrtleizes.
And the problem with the M16 is that the game is a little more finicky with what it considers aiming.
Yeah, and so that's actually how you can strafe a little bit better, is by jumping across the corners, so that you can save a little distance. These guys are just gonna have to fucking stand your ground and just shoot them in the face until they're gone.
How do you feel about stand your ground laws?
No comment. Unless we're in Florida, then I have...
Lara Croft is pro stand your ground laws. You know Lara Croft is like, I'm allowed to own firearms because my family was friends with the Queen. Therefore, hunting purposes, quote unquote. Fuck it. This won't bite me in the ass later.
Hopefully not.
You know what these ancient terracotta warriors couldn't understand? Strafing. Yeah. Oh, cool. There's another set of them, huh? So when I come back in this room... I probably could have done some stuff with this, huh? Moko-chan, you need to go through the pillars! I'm trying!
Those two are so fucking bad at Donkey Kong Country 2. It's great. I love it. Also, so much of that is the fact that they only play the game once every month.
Yeah, once every few weeks.
Like, they had to cut their last stream short because apparently... Well, not apparently. I mean, we knew it. Everyone's in Japan.
Did you watch... I was too busy playing...
I saw Kira's stuff. It was, funny. It seems like the girls that are sticking around are having fun. I'll say that much. I'll say this, Ina seems happy.
Yeah. No, she has said she likes doing the idol stuff.
And so has Crony.
Yeah.
So we'll see, man.
I
think we're starting to see the first couple of breaks on, let's say, a certain British woman who I'm not going to say is buckling, but it's like you've on multiple occasions said how just doing singing has been exhausting, huh?
Yeah, well, yeah, she's interesting because she very much admits to, like, I'm not a huge gamer.
Which is kind of what I want, but I also don't know how many times she can do karaoke streams and not just murder her voice.
I like when she interacts with the other girls and does silly voices, And it's also very funny because, you know, Nerissa's doing the, like, oh...
I really think she's hot.
And Liz is like, what the frig?
It's like... Yeah,
I just love that,
such a
once
weird
again,
one,
Elizabeth
huh?
Rose Bloodflame, the most normal woman in Hololive. I will stick by that assessment until she proves me wrong. Because she seems very normal. Meanwhile, Nerissa just... Boy, you can tell why she was super busy for the last couple months. Because that 3D concert she did... was a lot more involved than I think most of the ones they've done before. And I say that as a compliment. Even though there's definitely a little bit of, like, fanfic toxic Yuri. And you know what? God bless. God bless Nerissa Ravencroft. You're very good at singing, and you just want to hang out with cute girls and sing songs with them.
I'll say this, it's been fun, also nice to see more of the Halloween girls play around with, like, Betel and the other Hollow Stars English boys, but boy, Shiori really wants to ship these boys into kissing, huh?
Don't worry about it.
Mask off Fujoshi.
Don't worry about it.
It's funny, but boy...
Don't worry about it.
The way that, you know, the Hollow EN girls and even, like, even in Japan joke, not so jokingly about, yo, yeah, we're probably lesbians. Those boys are not comfortable about just saying the word gay.
I don't know. Flayon's pretty...
Yeah,
But Betel is not.
Yeah, he beat it in like 5 minutes. It was the classic. It was the
classic thing where I beat it on my first try.
Yeah, it was like 5 minutes done. Like just perfect. Quintessentially him in a lot of ways, because this is happening.
Actually, no, not RB. Chris, can you explain to me the end of Sonic Rings? Can you tell me the lore?
So basically, these books have portals that basically are it's Final
Sonic
Fantasy
gets
Tactics
isekai'd
books.
into the book.
Yeah, it's like Tactics. It's like Tactics Advance. You got isekai'd into a book.
Is the Ginny lady still dead at the end?
No.
No.
Oh, she gets revived.
Sonic uses the power of being Sonic to get the evil genie to grant
Sonic
him
is
wishes,
Jesus.
and he wishes for the lady to come back.
So nothing of consequence actually happened.
He saved the Arabian Nights.
Everyone safe. Nothing bad happened.
But yes, the power of being a cool mascot.
This is still 2, right?
Yes, this is still 2. This is the last real level of 2.
Okay, I gotta tell you, that thing looks more like an orc than a person.
It's a terracotta warrior. Don't worry about it.
Ah, okay.
Yeah, these last couple of levels are not great.
Oh, I love it. I'm really looking forward to you fighting the boss of the game.
Oh, you mean the polygonal dragon?
Yeah.
I love polygons.
Tomb Raider used to be cool, man.
I mean, it used to be about a woman, an empowered woman doing murder and stealing things. Instead of a woman being horribly tortured and emotionally tortured.
And establishing that she knows that what she's doing is wrong, but then still does it anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we need this Lar. We need the Lar that doesn't give a shit about morality.
Yeah. I mean, she saves the world by accident.
Yeah. This is the hero we both need and deserve.
All right. Yeah, respecting cultures. Yeah, exactly.
I do definitely agree that these later levels, these late game levels, are too fucking dark.
Well, if I switch to old graphics, they suddenly become a lot brighter.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, get that midair twist.
Yeah. See, this is like the first time the game has asked me to actually use that. Also, I had to use the swan dive.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure most people who've used the swan dive have done it simply to swan dive off the second story of her home.
Yeah.
And then break her neck on the main entryway to her house. It's just me.
Did he drop any ammo? Yes.
Uh-huh.
Uh-huh. I did it. Now I'm in.
Here we go.
Oh, dear.
Uh-huh.
Okay, good. We got more Uzi.
Uh-huh.
But yeah. It was very it was like when Dan Riker was doing the I'm going to finally beat Punch-Out stream, and then he beat Punch-Out on his first try.
Even though
right. That was the beginning of what was supposed to be like potentially weeks of stream.
Yes, like
Yeah.
that was supposed to be a long-term feature.
I will tell you the very funny thing is, like, I asked him about this. Drew apparently spent like a week to set up that set. I was like, wait, you beat it already?
Yeah, I vaguely remember them talking about that, but yes, that's also funny,
Perfect.
but also, I don't know, maybe good.
And then Dan got very good at speedrunning Punch-Out. Because it turns out Punch-Out greatly benefits from being played on a low latency setup. Who could have foreseen that?
Now you can beat 2 games in one day.
Yeah. I'm a gamer over here.
Big man.
And yeah, and we're going to beat Jedi Power Battles, obviously, as well.
No, we'll get through like another third of it. Because then I gotta...
We're going to play 2 levels, and then I'm going to get very angry.
No, we're gonna play, I think, maybe up through level 6. Because there's like 10 levels, but the last level, I think, is just Darth Maul.
Oh.
But see, I'll need to spend time over the next week playing all those levels again with both Obi-Wan and Plo Koon single player, so I can actually get all the stuff that we literally can't possibly upgrade our characters with playing co-op.
That's fine. You don't need to do that.
Oh, I will.
You don't.
I actually like that game quite a bit.
You know, that's fine.
It actually plays pretty damn well. You know, when you're not just like running ahead constantly, because you're like, well, there's no way he's gonna make me play this whole game, is there? It's got a parry.
Yeah.
I actually like parrying games. I do not know what to do here. Sorry.
It's okay. Oh, there's a switch right here. Of course!
Lionheart, how burned in were certain things on your plasma before you got rid of them? I've never owned one, but every single person that's had a plasma has had at some point some part of the screen.
So, my parents had one. Yeah, that was the actual... The burn-in's not that bad if you use it the way that plasma TVs are supposed to be used. The bigger problem is they get super hot. They're super goddamn heavy as shit. And I remember it being super heavy.
I remember my aunt and my uncle down in Renton were Kent, maybe, wherever they live. They're just one of those couples that has the TV on almost constantly.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And yeah, they had some pretty significant burn-in clearly from watching like I think it was like MSNBC or something, but like the like the bottom like news ticker.
Yeah.
You could always see some remnant of the news ticker at the bottom of the screen, regardless of what channel they were on.
Uh-huh.
Oh, don't worry about it, Lionheart. I'm just asking you about your damaged or burned in your plasma TV lens.
Uh-huh.
I say at this point, I just run everything off of my computer monitor now. Like, I have 2 TVs in this room, and I haven't turned either one of them on since the pandemic.
I have 2 monitors and a television on this desk.
Look at this big man with his big desk.
Yeah. My luxury desk. Straight from IKEA. Or maybe it was Wayfair. Which is like IKEA, but American. Amerikea.
My dad made this desk when I was like a child.
Your dad carved the desk from solid oak.
No, it's definitely. I mean, it's a decent wood. I don't know. Big boards put together. Compartment on the lower right.
He sought the greatest oak in all of the land, and cut it down. Then said, "This oak shall be my son."
Pretty sure he just
And
went to
his
Hardware
son,
Sales
and his son.
and bought some wood and tools.
And his son, but after him. And they shall all stand upon this desk.
Hey, you know what? There's history here. Is there history in your IKEA desk?
I mean, yeah. Let me tell you about the numerous times my beloved cat son jumped on said desk and scared the shit out of me, sometimes on stream.
Is it your cat son anymore?
He's still my cat son in my heart.
You think that cat remembers you?
I think he would. Animals are pretty good about remembering people.
He probably would. He'd probably remember your smell.
Yeah.
Also, yes, you have 30 flares you could be using this entire time.
Oh, this... Well, now.
Yeah?
I wonder what this giant room could be.
Don't worry about it. Definitely not the boss of the game room.
Oh, it's the guy! He got stabbed! Oh, God! Hold it.
Yeah! Yeah!
Fin Fang Foom, no match for
Circle strafing.
Circle Strafing.
Yeah, look at his big stupid maw. What's he look like? It has that old PS1, like you can tell each part of his body is like a distinct
A separate part. Yeah,
Yeah.
segmented part.
Oh, it's so
Like, whatever, this looks lame. This? God, I love video games.
I mean, to be honest, this is probably how it would go if you had a gun fighting a dragon with his physiology.
Oh, fuck.
Alright,
I gotta yank out the dagger. Or not.
too late, buddy. Circle strafe again.
Joke's on you. I saved all my Uzi ammo.
And your med kits.
What? I touched his foot.
He smacked you.
No, he's a weird foot pervert.
I think I'm most of the way done with Tiberium Sun's GDI campaign.
Yeah? How do you feel about Michael Bain?
Oh, I don't think I've ever seen Michael Biehn. He's so fucking bored.
Yeah, that checks out.
And James Earl Jones has there's a bit where he calls Kane Chain. And I just like to pick up that end. Like, because he says it in a very stern way, and I just feel like nobody there was willing to say, like, hey, James, can you take this? Probably had him for like an hour.
Oh, I see.
I still don't think that you can do an attack move in that game, though, which drives me up the wall.
You got it. On the go. Yes, sir.
Yeah, there's still a lot of like little things that like Blizzard was already doing by that point that
I think one of my actual maybe controversial takes is I think Tiberian Sun might be one of Klepaki's better CNC. Might be one of his better CNC soundtracks. Because it's a little more moody and less... Although, you know, on the other hand, what you're here for is like... And that's good.
Lionheart, what shape is the like E-shape or like flat?
So the crocodiles have the flat maw and the alligators.
Yeah, that's why I was asking, yeah. I don't know which
Yeah.
one it was. I need that game within like the last 2 months.
This is how I would defeat a dragon. IRL. Oh.
Infinite ammo? Yeah, sure. See, that's not a bug or anything. That's dragon fear.
Mm-hmm.
You failed your will save.
Yeah.
This time for sure.
I just need to...
Shoot the Jesus out of it. I guess get it out of that pillar area. Like you can get it out into the main space. Or you can just keep baiting it to get out. But this is good tech. We call this rubberneck skip. It's not self-explanatory, but...
I feel pretty good about that.
Yeah! Get out of Dodge!
Okay, yep, we're gonna not, We're gonna not use the classic graphics for that one.
Where are these explosions coming from?
The dragon. Well, I just blew up one of China's prized landmarks, but I got this sick knife. Oh.
Fuck 'em.
Fuck 'em.
Oh, boy.
I'm just hanging out with my knife in my nighties.
Oh,
Just doing
God.
girl
Oh shit,
I
they're
like
coming to
walk
get
around
me.
in a robe.
Okay.
My knife.
Mara, you need to get the help.
Get some help.
Get some help. Yeah.
God, look how big that fucking bathtub is.
It's PlayStation 1 sized.
That's how big that bed is.
Okay, we're doing this, huh? I gotta find her shit. That's what this level is?
Well, see, if you had played, whatever the manor stuff with her, then you'd probably remember where it was. But you just locked that old man in the freezer, like a psycho.
Yeah, and I'd do it again.
My old man.
My old man was a blitzball player. Yeah, you gonna cry? That's right, cry like a baby. You'll never be a real man.
I gotta say, this Jack impersonation is not good. That's dark. Is there a switch in her room anywhere? Or do you think this is like you have to actually look elsewhere in the house?
Oh. I'm an idiot.
But is that just a shotgun?
Yeah. All right. Boy, the game sure did give me a bunch of shotgun ammo.
Yeah. Go ahead, man.
I wonder why. This is a fun way to reuse this level.
Sure.
Just be like, yeah, no, you didn't win, although you didn't get rid of all of them.
Ooh, nearly got you.
Where's my butler?
Wait, is the butler in the freezer?
He might be.
That would be very funny. God, she just has a really empty house, doesn't she?
Oh, I can turn on the music. Go by the pool.
Like, this is a sad house.
I'm sorry. We didn't have any time to render anything else.
I've yet to fill my house with the treasures stolen from other nations. Aw, boo game. You should have been in here. Everyone's outside, right?
Yeah, I think. Alright.
You got this.
Yeah.
You got this.
We got this. TM.
Heal. I just started playing Dragon Age Origins again.
I'm sorry.
Fucking what the fuck,
What?
dude? How
I don't know how you are in school and have multiple children, and yet you play more long-ass RPGs than I do. A person with a podcast.
I think he's just a lot more efficient at playing games than we are.
I'm not efficient. Efficiency is
He's overrated.
efficiency is a virtue cooked up by the capitalist industrial system.
Oh, be a good efficient worker. Or
Yeah, be a good efficient worker. Oh, maximize your productivity.
Nuh-uh.
Oh, it's this guy.
100% Final Fantasy Type 0. can't stop it.
It's that guy from the first real level. I killed him. And now I'm gonna take a shower.
Yeah. Watch all the blood off.
Don't you think you've seen enough?
Oh, ba ba ba. Oh, ho, ho. You're right. I guess, yeah, compare Vinny Caravella to... Hey, it's fine. Brad is finally done with jury duty, and he'll definitely get back and play insert game that he started and never finished here.
You know, he did actually play through the entirety of Fallout 1.
Yeah. It took him, like, 3 times as long as it took me when I was 15, but, you know.
All right.
All right, I did it.
How do you feel? How do you feel?
I did it. Now it's time for Tomb Raider 3.
Here we go.
Hmm.
Okay, here's the question. Do you think he's even going to make it through the first level of this?
Normally what he does is he plays a little bit of, like, the next game and realizes that it's a little hard. I want to say this, Brayden. I think it goes without saying that you're not going to finish Tomb Raider 3 today.
No.
How about you boot this up and play it blind without Senior Game FAQs in any way, shape, or form?
Oh, that sounds like a great way to...
I'm actually curious if they, the first levels in, like, this jungle area, in the original graphics, I remember being, like, it just being incomprehensible, like, where you're supposed to go, what you're supposed to do. I'm curious if maybe it's a little bit more
Welcome back
obvious
to
in
my
the
humble
graphics.
abode. Feel free to take a look around.
This is going to be the game that really needs it because, boy, they really did try to overcomplicate the classic Tomb Raider formula with stuff that this engine just was
Well,
not
they made
designed
2
to do.
more after this.
There are a lot.
For the PS1. They made 2
will
more
say this,
PS1 Tomb Raider games.
There are some pretty cool levels in Tomb Raider 3, but this is really when the puzzles and the levels feel
way too involved.
Especially, well, it's the Hexen problem. You're gonna have a bunch of fucking switches that trigger doors and shit that, oh, do you remember how far off this shit is supposed to be?
Oh,
like,
boy, howdy.
Like, it's... I'm not gonna say that Tomb Raider 3 is bad. But
The final boss of this game is very silly looking, from what I remember. I won't even spoil what it is this time.
It's a big dumb statue, I'm going to assume. When in doubt. It's a statue or it's like a lady. My favorite final boss in Tomb Raider, a lady.
I mean, she's like a demon lady.
Yeah. Oh, old Butler's here.
Is he? I can't remember. Is he in armor now?
If you want to look around, press and hold the look button. Then press in the direction you want to look.
Chief, I need you to look up at the light. I know. Look down here at the
All
light.
right, Chief, look up at the light and
Chief, do you want to invert your y-axis, Chief?
so
I actually think that's like a genuinely smart way of doing it is he will look up regardless of which way you push.
yeah. So a couple of like weird like things that have come out, especially with like Bungie. Like they felt like they needed to put in that tutorial as artificial as it was because they knew that a bunch of kids with their Xboxes that have never played a fucking first-person shooter were going to play Halo. And so it's like, guys, narrative aside, we need to do something to like, so left
They were
analog
right.
stick does this part, right analog stick does that part. And there were
They definitely,
revisions where it was a little bit less like overtly a tutorial, but then it didn't accomplish the whole thing of like, so what do we do with all these 9 to 15-year-olds who are playing Halo? and probably didn't even play like something like GoldenEye.
Come on.
So it does a job. It does a real good job of, you know, people grew up with Halo, and now they know what a first-person shooter is.
Thanks, Brayden.
Come in here. I need you.
Oh, right. Also, we're going to try to freeze him to death. I thought we were just trying to get a close-up on the goods.
Oh, no, I don't care about these. These aren't real. Listen,
I know. I saw that last cutscene too. When she's lying on the ground, it looked like somebody just put a shake weight horizontally across her
listen.
chest.
These things, you don't get boobs that rigid without some silicone.
I think they're probably just like
or like a very, very
body armor,
heavy-duty sports bra.
Also, notice how much they've populated the environment now.
Yeah.
Oh, look at that lounging chair.
Look at how many. Yeah. Oh yeah.
Is that a fainting couch? Okay, there's a weird thing whenever you go back and forth here, we're getting like a weird like part of the
slight
screen,
pop
like,
in.
No, you should maybe look at the. This is intense. Every time you go back and forth, it's like, you know, at the end of Solitaire when all the cards shoot out.
Yeah.
Yeah, a little bit of that.
Oh, the game.
If you're
the capture doesn't like that.
Yeah, if you're standing still, it's fine. But if you're like turning the camera.
Huh. Funky.
Weird. There must have been something about this game specifically that made this process harder.
Let's go into the gym.
I don't know how much of
Those
the
of you
underlying
who've been
tech
here before,
changed
I don't
from
actually
game to
run
game.
everywhere. When I want to be careful, I walk. With the walk button down, I won't fall off, even if you try to make me. Go on, try it. If a jump is too far for me, I can grab the ledge and save myself from a nasty fall. Walk to the edge next to the white line until I won't go any further. Then press jump, immediately followed by forward, and while I'm in the air, press forward and I'll climb up. If I do a running jump, I can make a jump like that, no problem. Walk to the edge with the white line until I stop. Okay, this is a huge jump, so do a running jump exactly as before, except while I'm in the air, press and hold the action button to make me grab the ledge.
Alright, there's a number for each one. Yeah, there's 5.
Oh, look, the water texture slightly better now. Oh, and I think this is going to be a controversial take. I think Tomb Raider there is a understanding of how to navigate in 3D spaces in Tomb Raider.
Yeah.
That is definitely a little bit kind of taken for granted, but then I watched Mike Minotti play Rascal, and I was reminded
how easy it is to take that formula and get it wrong.
Yeah.
God,
that Rascal game.
The stream hates.
The stream really hates me switching between graphics modes.
Well, I think it's just mostly when you're swinging the camera around.
Huh. Funky.
I mean, it looks interesting.
But yeah, I also think genuinely, like, when you go back to the original graphics, like, this is a big step up in terms of, like, the amount of stuff on screen and the amount of detail. Her ponytail swings around a bit more.
Let's see how quickly the assault course can be completed.
It's a weave.
Are you ready?
Oh yeah, let's do this again.
Yeah, it worked out really well last time.
I don't think the original one had a. I don't think it had a timer, right? I like this though. It just gives you a penalty.
Fuck. All right.
Yeah, let's do the level.
Oh shit. Asteroid. Is it gonna be the asteroid that killed the dinosaurs? Uh-huh.
Yes, I don't think they were simians back then. But...
What did they find underneath the ice?
It's like the beginning of National Treasure.
I'm yelling myself hoarse on this radio every day. It's just the weather dumps in us frequently here. And maybe my transmission doesn't get through. I don't know.
I can't understand one word of what you say, Willard.
It's all going swell, sir. Get the bit up. Get it out.
Swell.
Turn it off. Off. Hey, switch it off.
Oh, you can tell he's Scotland because he has a flag.
If I were to tell you that Willard is an important character.
Oh, good.
Blow through it. Find more meteorite.
Nah, something a little younger than that.
What?
No.
Oh, no.
Can you believe it?
Wretched pyros.
Why are there Easter Island heads in the Antarctic? Could it be ancient aliens?
This place is a busy history.
Oh, I love that monkey.
It's I think a 2 or 3 part level. And
All right, let's see.
level.
Oh, they upgraded her gun noise. Rolling around at the speed of sound. You can't trick me, video game. I know your tricks.
I also like though that rock would have stopped just short of you. Too early for bullshit. Surely.
Yeah, surely the bullshit won't be immediate.
Thing is, I don't remember this being difficult. It was just like, I don't know where to go. I look forward to you immediately finding your way through this level without any problem.
I mean, there's a glowing crystal.
Jeez, Rockin', why didn't you just know how to do this when you were 7?
Yeah, why didn't you know how to do this when you were 7? Why was there a glowing crystal? What was that?
I think
Collectible
that's
crystals?
Mega Man Legends?
Uh-oh.
So, you see, media informed us as children for a long time, for decades, multiple generations, that quicksand was going to be a significant part of your life.
Yeah. I mean, quicksand is real.
How many times have you encountered quicksand?
You know...
if you live near a beach, quite often, sir.
You know, when I'm in the jungle...
I'm very close to the coast.
Shooting monkeys. Because fuck them. Fuck them monkeys.
Don't fuck the monkeys.
No, do not.
Yeah.
This is how you get another super virus.
It is over-exaggerated, though. Quicksand is actually not found in desert. It's more going to be near coastal beaches and, especially, rivers and marshes.
Warmer areas, though.
Mm-hmm.
I was going to say, it's way too cold up where I live for that crap. Here's a good question. Brayden, does Kim Bauer at any point fall into a pool of quicksand? Because that seems like something that would happen to her multiple times.
You know, if she didn't get written out after season 3, they would have.
It was on the docket.
100%.
Cougar attack, random alcohol, like booze store heist, clicks. Oh, we're writing around. Okay, well.
Yeah.
Maybe next time, Kim.
But yeah, no one actually dies from quicksand. It is oh, well, shit. I guess I'm ankle deep in sand, and this sucks. It's tough to walk in. As someone who has had to walk through quicksand, in part because of fishing. The thing that is pretty easy to do is to lose a boot because you're trying to walk through it, and then now you have to get your boot back.
Yeah, take that, endangered animal. I hate baboons.
But the easiest way to get out of quicksand is to just, if you're stuck, you lean backwards, and the quicksand will, create kind of a cavity for your leg to just yank it out of. Because it's just muck.
And it makes a big slurp sound.
Yeah, you just... Just lean backwards while pressing your feet and shins forwards. You create a little hole behind your,
Oh-ho! Little did you know, video game. Your monkey tricks are no match for me!
These monkeys are trying to murder you.
I mean, that's just... yeah. That's just true in real life.
Gloving is a thing. It's a deeply horrifying thing.
There's a reason why there's that whole subplot in the movie Nope. The Jordan Peele movie.
I did not watch it.
About stage monkeys.
I would never get near one. Way too strong.
What, you don't want to get your arm ripped out of its socket?
No, I'm less worried about getting the arm ripped out of its socket and more about them ripping off all the flesh on my arm.
Ripping the flesh off your face? What?
Yes, or doing that, yes. Like I said,
I mean, the multiple people where that has happened is not zero, and it's real fucked up.
Yeah.
Don't have
monkeys
monkeys
are,
as pets.
they're animals.
People like to attach a lot of human traits to animals. It's maybe not a good idea.
Maybe sometimes don't do that, especially if they're not domesticated.
At most, our connections are very low level emotional.
Yeah, I mean, my doggies love me.
Yeah, but actually saying that your domesticated pet, like a dog or a cat, like to just simply say, I think that my cat does love me or my dog does love me, I think that's fine. But to say that you have like an understanding of their emotions or what they're thinking.
Listen, Coco the gorilla, she might have known sign language, but her heart was filled with violence.
God, like the evidence that has since come through that Coco maybe didn't actually know language is pretty damning.
Yeah. Are you telling? Perhaps you're saying that maybe animals react to stimuli and not necessarily have full comprehension of what they, like Alex the Gray Parrot.
And
Alex the Gray Parrot's the one that knew like over 100 words or something.
Yeah. And maybe I mean parrots are smart birds.
Yeah, hey, dude, crows understand the concept of water displacement, which is wild.
Yeah.
Oh, was the answer you just had to walk through?
Yeah, I just had to walk through and not jump.
That's very funny.
Yeah. But it's one of those things where it's like animals are
your dog or your cat loves you. It doesn't come from a thing about them loving you as a person. It comes from the fact that you take care of them. Basic needs.
Yeah. But also they love me. Listen, when Remy the dog comes up to me while I'm streaming and then puts her paws on me, there's a 50% chance she just wants attention, and there's the other 50% chance that she actually needs to pee.
Animals don't love their owners, they love their owners. A good way to differentiate. You clean up after my poop. You feed me.
You give me pets.
I mean, to be fair, I think that's what most people want out of a life partner as well.
I would love it if someone gave me pets.
And picked up my poop.
Gotta say, it's more just taking care of you kind of thing, but yeah.
Oh, dear Lord, what the fuck?
You have a flare? Or no, you're in spikes.
I figured out.
Also, I do love this, the fact that you can actually walk through them. Because of course you'd be able to walk through them. The sides of the spikes are not spiky.
Alright, let's talk about Pooji sticks.
What?
Listen. Let's say, a GI is coming through your jungle.
Oh, right.
And you fill a pit with sticks that are sharp.
Covered in your poop.
And, yeah, you cover it in your poop, so it also gets them sick.
Deeply, bad.
Yeah.
Because we eat poorly.
And then, yeah.
Profit?
And then, and then you win the war.
Yeah, and then it continues, and a ton of people still die, but at least
you decide to carpet bomb Cambodia, which was not related to the war in any way.
And then the Khmer Rouge comes to power.
And then commits one of the worst acts of genocide in the history of humanity outside of, the Nazis and the Soviets.
Nazis and Stalin, yeah.
And, Mao.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah, sure. I'm just saying, Pol Pot killed anywhere between a third and a half of his country. Like, sure, Cambodia is not the biggest country. But... have you learned new Gen Alpha slang? How are your vibes? I'm being asked.
EBD?
Are the children excited for Michael Bay's Skibidi Toilet movie?
No, it's not. No, see, we just have to do the thing where you just start misusing it. It's not Skibidi. It's Skibidi, and it's a verb. I don't know what the usage of the verb is, but
I'll say this: the thing that kind of warms my heart is Michael Bay hitting up social media. We've already kind of talked about this to maintain that. Fuck AI. I'm gonna do my special effects the way that they're intended to be done, the right way.
Listen, Michael Bay.
I use my computers without the use of this fucking Chat GPT shit. Fuck it.
Michael Bay absolutely is the man we can trust.
I mean, I think that it's good. Like the fact that that man knows that I will pay my fucking CGI artists, and also it needs to look good and sound good.
Are you liking this level?
How do I get out?
That's good. So you haven't even reached the part that I got confused with yet.
What if I told you, Braden, that a one Sweep, who actually still works in the special effects industry, has told me, you know, Michael Bay is actually kind of fun to work with.
Oh, I believe that.
Is that the only problem with Michael Bay is that he'll tell you what he wants, and then he's like, wait, can you put a fucking another explosion in? It's like, dude, fuck, you just gave us a deadline for tomorrow. Like, no. It's like, okay, got it.
Here's the thing. Michael Bay, apparently a very nice man.
Yeah, Michael Bay seems like a nice guy that just kind of wants to make fun shit. But anyways, the one that he said was absolutely best person to work with was James Wan, apparently.
I believe that.
He just wanted the same kind of shit, was very clear about what he wanted, never changed the fucking script, never would pull the rug from underneath you at the last minute.
I need this doll to float.
Yeah.
And be scary. And conjure.
But yeah, man.
Oh, it gave me the indulgent handstand
clearly
animation.
Clearly James Cameron has like an ego problem. Like that's not even up for dispute. That man has an ego the size of a planet.
Yeah. That's not.
However, he makes good movies for the most part, and I would say he understands the actual like medium of filmmaking.
Oh, I can crawl now.
The way that other, you know, action-oriented directors don't.
I see. They added that. That's a new button.
It's like Mega Man 3, but sexier.
Hi there, kids. It's me, Lara Croft. I'm here to talk to you about fentanyl abuse. Fentanyl abuse. It can happen to you. It can happen to your flatmate. It can happen to your bruv.
You know what? Honestly, as someone who works in like education, that I'm kind of like, I'll tell you something that doesn't really exist anymore is like the celebrity appearance in educational videos.
Well, they still show up on Sesame Street at least.
They show up on Sesame Street, but like you remember, like Tim Allen would show up to talk to you about Don't Drink and Drive, which was fun.
I remember when it was cool not to drink and drive. It's cool to stay in school. Don't be a fool. Oh, I see. Fucking monkey.
Apparently that monkey is well cared for.
I'd believe it.
But also, she's got a fucking monkey.
You know, I'm gonna say something maybe a slight bit controversial. I wouldn't want a monkey as a pet.
No.
Even like one of the small ones.
Also, Braid, this isn't surprising for you or in any way controversial. You don't even want a cat as a pet.
Yeah, listen, I was going through some shit.
Maybe your cat's son would have helped you.
I mean, I still lived with that cat for a year and a half.
Hello, Max. What's the largest animal you would want as a pet?
This might be controversial. I love my pet doggies. I love Bo. And also, if there was a dog bigger than Bo, I wouldn't want him. Any dog above 50 pounds, no thank you, sir.
Yeah, I don't even like want a large cat. Like my dad has a
Oh, see, if I God,
he's too big.
I would want to. If my brother is allergic, which is the other reason why. At one point, my roommate was like, "Hey, I'm doing a med school rotation where you are. Would it be cool if I lived with you?" And I'm like, "Sorry, my brother's allergic." And he ended up finding another place, so it ended up fine.
Would you want like a Maine Coon or something?
Yeah, man. What if the cat was the size of a dog?
Yeah, but with the mercurial moods of a cat.
Apparently, Maine Coons are pretty friendly by cat standards.
Have to, remember to groom them a lot, at least once a day.
To be fair, I have 2 poodles.
Long hair cats.
And I. Did you see how beautiful my son was?
Mm-hmm.
Luxurious, radiant.
I've seen prettier cats.
Yeah, I know. Big fan of Andrew Lloyd Webber.
Release the butthole cut.
Release the butthole cut, etc., etc.
Apparently asking that we do a watch party for cats was too much for everyone.
It's okay. I was happy that Gina watched Samurai Cop. And Justin saw Samurai Cop.
We saw part.
Good movie.
These son of a bitches put the drugs into our cities and poison our children.
You joke, but that speech of his goes on for like 40 seconds.
Yeah, it's great.
It's baffling.
And he flubs like 3 or 4 words over the course of it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just reminded of the interview that guy did with Red Letter Media, where he just kind of like explains like what it was like to make that movie and the fact that he's like, within like weird. That movie and like one other, I was like, I need to just get a day job.
And apparently he stole a Rembrandt and went to jail.
Wait, was this the main character or the guy that played the partner?
Oh, I don't remember.
I think the guy that went to jail was the partner. Right?
Okay.
Something Fraser?
Fraser Crane.
If only.
Alright, what did that open? Okay, it spawned a tiger. So, progress has been made.
Came from somewhere.
An enemy has been spawned.
Down here, right? The big gate opened, I think?
Yeah, I think so.
But you're also above the gate, so did you actually need to open the gate? Because you could have gone over it?
Don't worry about it.
Tiger can take a lot of bullets.
We're not queer enough to survive Tom Hooper's cats. I just love that man cashed every single Hollywood check he had from making The King's Speech, which is fine. That movie's fine. That movie is like 2 decent performances, scaffolding a very regular Oscar bait prestige movie. I hate monkeys. But taking all of your cred from the King's Speech and Les Mis and blowing it on the most insane fucking version of Cats imaginable, and then no one saying no to you.
It's good that things like that exist.
I mean, that's literally the premise of a podcast.
Probably of several dozen podcasts.
Well, there's one specifically that I sometimes listen to called Blank Checks. Not to be confused with the Disney film of the same name. Blank Check.
No, Juice.
I've
seen it.
Macintosh.
This adult woman is gonna wait for this 10-year-old boy to grow up.
Yeah, you know, that was cute if you were a writer in the 90s.
That was like,
that wasn't.
Oh boy, if you were a little
hey,
boy,
you know,
I've just started to find interest.
It's why girls. Yeah, you know, listen, it's why that romance subplot in Big exists.
Oh
God.
Listen, if Persona has taught me anything,
it's dark. It shouldn't teach you anything.
It's that hooking up with an older woman is super hot and not at all problematic or abusive.
Yeah, not incredibly gross. Joker's definitely not going to have weird
hang-ups when he gets to college
for the rest of his life.
Oh, video game! Why do you do this to me?
What?
It switched to tank control. It switches to tank controls when it does the camera angle.
Yeah, I thought you liked tank control.
I love tank controls.
Relkin, someone gave me shit on Twitter, which is already my problem. That me saying that the social link in Persona 3 with the teacher with the video game shit was me fantasy writing and wasn't actually problematic in the game. I fucking
did you not realizes it's you both of you eventually realize like it's she knows it's you eventually, right?
She finds out it's you. Well, at the end of the social link, she finds out it's you were.
Quits her job and runs away, but
she's like, oh fuck, wait, you, oh no.
But still, it's part of a long series of examples of, say, Atlas thinking that they are capable and, skilled at writing these weird storylines that depict relationships between adults and teenagers, and it's not problematic in any way. It's a you problem.
Well, the thing is, they actually do successfully do it in Persona 2. In that Maya is definitely drawn to Tatsuya, but does not.
Yeah, but that's the difference, though, is that it doesn't. They don't. Whereas with 4 and 3, they absolutely do.
Also, I'm pretty sure Maya, I think she eventually ends up with Tatsuya.
Where's this fucker? I remember
what
he
up,
gave
gamers?
Hello, game.
Hey, Harley, how are you?
Oh, you know.
Living.
Live, laugh, love.
I'm gonna find this fucker.
Oh, you got the water park. Yeah, now this is closer to where I was starting to get stuck.
Okay, wait, fucker. I'm gonna find you.
Are all 3 of you streaming something right now?
No. I will stream after Brayden, likely.
Yeah, I'm
Which,
gonna. When I finish this level.
I need you, Relkin. I also need you to. I need you guys to see the first 15 minutes.
I would like to see this thing. You've been talking it up in a way that makes me go, I need to see this.
Nazi Paradox?
No, not that game. So I found the game that the Wrath of the Gods people made after Wrath of the Gods. The one with the FMV Greek gods stuff.
I don't think I was here for that.
And they made a Maya Aztec game that depicts the Spanish conquest of Tenochtitlan. And It has an actor that I think Relkin... I need you to see the actor that they paid the money up out of the ass to get for this fucking thing. And then also... Don't look it up. Also... The game was funded by Samsung.
When did this game come out?
In the 90s. Actually, let me pull that
I'm
information
trying to think
up.
about who potentially could have been.
Crystal Skull.
I was going to say, how much does this game hate women?
I mean, it's
it
not
really
made by
likes
Europeans,
man butt.
so only a normal amount.
Really likes man butt because they decide to dress all of the characters in their notion of traditional dress for Aztec Mayas. So it's loincloths and man side butt all over the place.
I mean, it's a hot region.
96.
So, you know, Samsung, they made
1996.
microwaves or something.
I think they were already making phones at that point, but
Okay.
not to where...
I think Samsung still makes microwaves. I'm pretty sure Samsung makes literally everything.
Their
They
appliances are dog shit. I will warn you about that, as my mom will tell you, as someone who worked in an appliance store. She actually retired this month.
Congratulations to your mom.
Yeah, congratulations to mom. But don't buy a Samsung appliance at all. Those things are fucking awful. But yeah,
I'm trying to think about who was successful and notable 10 years before this game came out. Because I feel like that's the kind of person that would probably be at the point in their life where they're going to take money for
Okay,
that game.
I'll give you a hint. They had a dip in their career.
What's their age? General age? Are we talking older?
Oh God, I don't
Middle-aged?
know how old they were. So I would say this: they had a dip in their career when this game came out, and then revived themselves in a revival of an old thing that you have said you kind of like.
John
In the 20s.
Travolta.
Nah.
The boy in the
That's what I've
bubble
always said,
himself.
My favorite actor, John Travolta.
Okay.
Bubble boy.
God. That man really did, like, revive his career thanks to Quentin Tarantino and then fuck it all up.
Remember when he called Remember when he called Idina Menzel Adele Dazeem at the Oscars to her face?
Kind of perfect. God, wow.
But also, I mean, Battlefield Earth, man. That's a watch party movie.
It's a bad movie.
It is a bad movie. It's got a lot of Dutch angles.
And the actor whose name I can never remember. I just always remember him as the
Barry Pepper.
sniper from Saving Private Ryan. I think it's blown up at the church steeple.
Barry Pepper. Don't ask me why I remember.
Is his name actually Barry Pepper? Yeah, it is?
Barry Burton.
Remember, it has Forrest Whitaker, John Travolta, and Kim Coates.
Okay, but let's talk about psychiatry.
Like,
is
the
it
weird
the
thing is
cause
that...
of all of our ills? I have a system of thinking that might help you.
Well, aren't psychiatrists the ones that prescribe drugs?
No, they're the ones who keep all the thetans in our bodies, Harley. They keep us from getting rid of the thetans.
What's a thetan?
Oh, God. The concept of Scientology to Harley. So, Harley, there's this movement religion called Scientology.
I don't.
Okay, so the Galactic Lord Xenu. 747.
No, stop. Listen, okay, I know what a fucking thetan is. I didn't realize we were talking about those thetans. I am so I am so ridiculously familiar with Scientology.
I'm dying.
I fucking...
Oh.
So here's the weird thing about like Battlefield Earth is that the director for that movie was the creator of the lightsaber prop, and he was George Lucas and LucasArts' go-to second unit director. And so he finally wanted to make his own. He wanted to prove that he could be a big-time director,
and make his own sci-fi epic,
or at least, you know, be a director without being tacked on to second units, which is an underrated role in filmmaking. And then, you know, he made Battlefield.
It's not Peter Falk, is it?
No, it's something Christian. I think Roger Christian.
No, I'm talking about the person that I'm still trying to guess who it is.
No.
That can't be. Columbo Revival was like several years before that. It was late 80s.
Braden, you should... How much more do you think you got in you?
I don't know how much longer this level is.
I think it's a 2 or 3 part level.
Oh,
I haven't hit a loading screen yet either, and that's impressive.
Oh, they fit some fucking levels.
I'm
Yeah,
I'm
also,
back at the
Braden.
fucking start of this level.
Yep.
Oh boy.
I was gonna say, I was literally about to say, do you recognize that tree?
They fit some fucking level design onto the disc in Tomb Raider 2.
This is 3 now.
This is 3, so...
Oh,
yeah.
I beat Tomb Raider 2 and Sonic and the Secret Rings.
You didn't change the your little portrait in the top
Yeah,
right.
I know. I gotta do that. Okay. Now the video game has earned my ire.
Yep.
You're really raiding them tombs now, boy.
Are you raiding, son?
I could be. I could do some raids in Final Fantasy right now.
Yeah. One brings shadow, one brings...
Normally don't they have something new for every summer? What's the new ska for 14 these days?
I don't know.
They technically made 3 more of these.
I don't know what's current in Final Fantasy. I'm still like I'm still like 3 whole expansions behind. I'd have to ask Daisy and them.
Okay,
God.
I'll call it here.
So, will you actually get to Legend? Will you?
Motherfucker, I'm going to try and beat all of these core design ones at least.
Okay, so you will eventually, in 10 years from now, play Angel of Darkness.
I mean, I beat Tomb Raider 1 and 2 within, like, a month.
That's completely different than Angel of Darkness.
Hey, you know, I really want to see how Aspire fixes it.
Okay, let's go ahead and hit start
and,
stream.
you know, yeah, you can start your stream and,
Okay. So this is the Crystal Skull. Not an Indiana Jones-based Crystal Skull. Just a Crystal Skull. And for all of you who are about to experience this for the first time in your life, I join you.
I need to see
I join you. Because...
Thanks everyone for watching. I'm the best of
this
video games.
comes from
Fuck
a collection of people that are